Hello there, YouTubers. Glad you stopped by again to see how the old tiller's doing. I did a little bit of stuff to it while you're gone. Actually, it might be an hour and a half later or so. This is the line that came off of it. I saw that. I guess you're in there. I never can see what's in there. Yeah, I think this has been... Mice ate a hole here in that line. This line is off something else. This one here was a squirrel gnaw. You can tell squirrel gnaws because they're longer. These are a bunch of little bites here, little bites here, little bites here. And that's why I kind of go after actually the squirrels and the mice do about the same amount of damage. So I put a new gas line on there. I checked the oil, it had oil. I put some, what do you call it? You take this off to put the gear lube in there. I figured because the seal was leaking, it probably needed some, and that wasn't too bad. You can see the new gas line in there, but I didn't change the filter. That filter is only 40 years old, so it's probably still good. I mean, I could blow through it. I put some air in the tires, but I didn't want to check for pressure because I might have been upset. What else did I do? Nothing. I looked at the air filter. There's a couple spiders in there, but they really weren't creating too much of trouble. Oh, I put oil on all the mechanisms that try to... Oh, I didn't put it on this one here. That's all right. Minor detail. So I'm gonna put gas in it and see if this thing will be as good as it always used to be. It used to just a couple pulls and start, but it doesn't have any gas in the carburetor. A little dry. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Maybe I told you in the last movie. The guy called me that has the unleaded or on non-corn gas, and he had got it in. So we're going to be putting good gas in this thing, not corn gas in this thing. It doesn't look too bad in there. I'm not going to put much in there. This is just going to be kind of a test run, and if it runs, I'm going to go out and I'm going to go try it. You're going to follow me over there. We'll try it for a little bit, and then I'm going to start working on that Jeep, taking some of the parts off of that. Well, that's that. You know, it's been so long since I started this. Either the choke's up or the choke's down, and I don't remember which. So it might not start on the first or second hit. Oh, it looks like, no, that's the oil I put on there, or I put other stuff on there. It looked like it was leaking gas here. That's something else. So let me see what it'll do here. I don't know whether that's... We'll put that up, and maybe that's the car. I don't know which way's the choke on. Oh, you know, somehow this... I had to put that halfway. I forgot about the throttle. The throttle might have been in the kill position. This up here. It's been so long since I started this thing. I'll put it halfway, and some way it goes to off, and some way it goes to on. And I found all my original books on it in there, but you know, who'd want to ever read those? That'd be a stupid thing to do. It's halfway, so it ought to do something now, I think. Well, it puttered. Let me put that back down. It's got to have gas in it. Well, come on now. It's only been 5 years. That go back thing. I guess I might have to pull the plug and see if it's got spark. Didn't want to have to do that. I guess I could put a little ether down in there. I don't see anything dripping out. A lot of spider webs here. I wish I knew which way choke was, whether it was up or down. I just don't remember. I'm kind of guessing it might be. I just don't know. That could be all the problem is. Of course, it could be filling up with gas still too. I didn't check that for gas. Let me push this all the way the other way and see what it does. Well, kind of letting me down here, Mr. Tiller. Everything that's open. Maybe I don't have enough gas in there to push it down. We'll put a little more in there. What the heck? It ain't going anywhere, I hope. I just don't think it'll take that much more than that. The tires, like I say, are wore out. This is just kind of a test drive to see if do the old redneck fuel pump. Well, something. Still don't see nothing over there. Push that down and see what it does. Uh-oh. You heard it, guys. Maybe I'll move this a little bit. It did a little something, didn't it? That cord needs to be lubricated. We're getting there. Now, is the choke on or off, or is this on or this off? That ain't too bad for all them years. It got a little exercise out of it. Doesn't act like it's getting gas though, does it? This cord doesn't want to. I don't know if I could get some stuff and shoot in there. That cord doesn't want to come back too much. That might help it out. Might not help it out. It's just oil and diesel fuel. Come on, beast, you're almost there. Acts like that float might be a little stuck. Push that back up. Yeah, it's kind of acting like it ain't getting a whole lot of gas there. And I'm not too much into fixing things. If I take that needle seat out, man, I don't feel like pulling that carburetor apart. It really acts like, you know, maybe a needle seat's clogged up from sitting all those years. But if it would vibrate and start, it might break it loose, or even just having the gas in there for a little while might get it loose. I'm going to get a screwdriver and take that bottom jet out, jet eye out, and see what's going on. Are you guys still in there? Yeah. Are you? We're kind of watching paint dry again, aren't we? A lot of paint in this place. Oh, the ground is so wet. My knees are soaking wet. Let me 1/2 turn, 1/2 turn. All right, it's 1 1/4 turn out, and it will try to get it the same position it was. I'm not into a whole lot of tuning, just seeing if gas is going to come out. Pretty dry here. Gas is pouring out of there. I don't know whether you guys can see that. So we got gas. Old men always got gas. All right, run it back in until it bottoms out and bring it out 1 1/4. All right, there's 1/2, 1/2 1/4. There's another one up here. I don't know what that does. Let's see if we disturb it enough to make it want to go. I swear it ain't got choke. We'll put that down. Ain't got nothing that way, does it? Well, I'd rather do it where it vibrates. I don't remember which way fast is. I'll put it that way. We better warm up a bit. Or not. Daggone, just when I thought I was going somewhere. It's getting there though. Life is what you make. Life is what happens after you make plans. I was planning on tilling. Trying it out. Mud daubers. Let's see what we got here. Filter could be clogged up by now though. I think the choke is down. I think the off is up. I think we got a starving for gas problem. I'm not real smart at this. I'm saying I'm probably going to have to take that carburetor apart. Well, we'll let it sit there and daggone, I didn't want to have to do that. There's a lot involved in taking that carburetor off. To me there is. Maybe there isn't to somebody that's used to doing that. 3 screws there, you could drop that bowl down. But you're going to have to take this off to do that. Then you know where the choke is. I guess that would, there's probably a screw there that's missing. No. Well, let me play with it a little bit. I don't want to keep you guys, that's why I don't do long videos, short videos. I don't know what we got going on here. Let's see, that's probably a 7/16 or 3/8 underneath there. There's a half. There's 7/16 and 3/8. Well, I don't know where you're gonna see where the best is to see. And I don't know what I'm doing. So I guess the first thing I should do is probably, if I was smart, was to turn off the gas over on the other side, isn't it? Nah, I don't want to do anything too smart. Because if there's, I guess I probably should have checked the filter first. I blew through it originally. Shouldn't be setting stuff on the ground either, should I? Now, why won't that come off? I guess it's hooked up here. Well, that's not nice. That was rude of it. This thing ain't never been off, but like I said, it's been sitting for 5 years. Oh yeah, there's a screw there. Of course, one's a Phillips and one's an American, and then one's a Phillips, and they're back and forth. This one's a Phillips. Those down there are, I guess it's not American, it's just straight. Look at all the spider webs. That should come off now. Now I know which way the choke is on. Oh, there's another line going. Oh, it must be a PVC line. No, it's fine. Choke is open is no choke, down is choke. Try to remember that, guys. Then, oh, there's linkage here that I forgot about. Well, I'm dropping the bowl down. Maybe it won't affect too much, except for this plate's in the way. Let's see what we can do. If it gets too involved, we'll go in there and start tearing stuff off that Jeep engine in there. But I'm happy that it ran. It's worthy of some new tines now, I guess. Look at that O-ring there. That's an original O-ring, guys. Here's a screw here. Didn't need them screws, did we? Just throw them in the bucket. Gas starts pouring out too much, I'll have to, well, ooh, that gasket's liking staying where it's at. That gasket is really liking where it's at. Of course, that's a 1/2 inch. I got 7/16, 3/8. Oh, lordy. Really wasn't planning on doing this, but it's just the way it is. It's been a good tiller. It's always started. You know, it's only 40 years old. What do you expect? This will loosen up some of that stuff, and maybe that car. Now, all you guys out there that know about this carburetor know how wrong I'm doing this. I'm all right doing it wrong. Kind of tells me I don't think I want to go much further. It should still run the way it's at. Well, I got all the screws out of it. Probably be best to put them back in and put it back together. I'll not take that O-ring off, clean some of this garbage off of there. I don't feel like taking a chance on losing that gasket, and I think you would. We'll take that whole needle seat assembly out and see what happens now. Gas should come rolling out of here again. Looks good. A lot of gas, so I know the filter. If the gas is running that good, the filter ain't clogged up. Well, that's a good thing. But the and the float should have been stuck in a down position, not an up position. That doesn't make any sense. I'm going to open this thing back up here. I don't want to go jamming that needle against the seat. Now we'll run that in till it stops. Come back out 1 1/4, and it should be in a run position. 1/2, 1/2, 1/4. I'm putting it back together, guys. I ain't messing with this thing. We'll let the gas sit in there, and maybe whatever's keeping it from running. I guess there's another seat in there someplace. Greasy screw. If it had come off all right, I would have gone inside, tried to clean the bowl out. If the bowl's eaten up, got a hole. If the float's eaten up, got a hole in it, then in my mind, I think this is the one that was on the bottom. No, that's the one up at the top. This is the one on the bottom. If the float was no good, it'd be down and flood out. It's running out of gas, I think. So we're going to just put it back together, pull it again, and maybe it was. No, that's 7/16, which is this one. If the float was bad and it was down all the way because it had a hole in it, theoretically it would be flooding out right now. In my mind, of course, my mind ain't real good. Now I got to put these 3 screws in the top of the carburetor. I have not done anything to it except for irritate this thing. Of course, it irritated me a little bit because it didn't go, but it's doing fine. If it runs, we're tilling. If it runs for long enough to get over there, we're going to till. If it doesn't run enough to till, we're going to go in there and start yanking that Jeep stuff apart till we get to 30 minutes. Oh, I looked at the boiler already. There's gasket on the pump. There's a flange gasket at the top and the bottom. The flange gasket at the top looked like it wanted to start leaking. So I think I'm missing. Oh crap! I put that on and I shouldn't have. Man, why didn't you guys tell me that? Oh, then the phone rings. People selling you stuff. Can't get this phone out of my pocket. Hello, hello. This is Jake. I wish Jake would leave me alone. Why can't the government fix that? They're making it's so bad to get all these robocalls because people don't answer their phone. When they don't answer their phone because they don't recognize it. The reason I answered is because I got that wood for sale on the internet. So if somebody wants to buy it, they're going to have to call me on the phone because I put my phone number on there. That's going to be kind of a bear to put that one line on there. So if I don't recognize the phone number, it might be just somebody calling for that wood. I don't want to miss that sale, so I answer the phone. You know, if you have it go to voicemail, you'd never get it. Of course, this doesn't want to go in there now. Might not go in there to, might not get to go in there. That goes in there. Use a regular flat screwdriver on a Phillips. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a good program. Go backwards until you hear the, man, that doesn't feel good either. There it goes. Now I just got that one at the bottom. I don't want to tighten this too much until that one at the bottom gets started. This is, maybe that's, I gotta loosen that one too. With everything loosened, something's got to get in there. You're not supposed to tighten all the bolts in a sequence until you have everything started. Of course, it doesn't want to start and you can't see up in there. Take this old hat off. You still can't see up in there. Sure looks like it go. It went in the first time, didn't it? Let me move this back to there. Now we'll see what we got. Nothing. I'm gonna be all night just putting this one stupid bolt in. You might not get this bolt, guys. You know, it goes back with all the bolts. Something you didn't do right. Man, it feels like it should go in. You know, you can spend a half hour on one stupid little screw. Of course, I don't have any little screwdrivers to put up in there and a pilot hole or any of that kind of stuff. Just ain't got that kind of stuff in the old beast. Huh. Well, how about a pencil? It's pointed, kind of like a well, that's very frustrating, guys. There's another Black Widow. Well, let me see if it'll start the way it is now. I mean, it's no reason it can't. We'll tighten this up. That'll just suck air after. I guess it's sucking after the carburetor. I guess that ain't particularly good. Oh man! Just think when you think you got something going good. I don't really see why it won't. Where'd it go? It's all the way up here. Of course I need a screwdriver, that's over here. Oh crap. I just tightened that. That's why that won't go now. Man, that sure looks good. Guess I wasn't wiggling it right. Isn't it amazing how one little screw can just tear you up? That's all it takes is one little screw and a whole caboodle of things. really think it's got to come down more. Lost my pencil. Of course, the lid will probably break off that pencil. Yeah, it just started to. Come on, daggone you. Alright, what's the next plan, guys? This plan here ain't working good. I'm gonna see if it'll start again, just for the heck of it. Throw that in there, that in there, that in there. Throw the pencil in the back of the Boda. See if it'll start and stay running. Maybe I disturbed it. Oh man, we're already at 26. Well, that's pretty daggone frustrating. Hell, most of the time was spent on one stupid little screw. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe, with that's loose there, so that's screwing that up, but it ran for a minute. Well, I'm just going to have to sit here and get that screw in there. That's all there is to it, guys. So that's it for this one. It's kind of a, what goes on here? You know, it's amazing how one little screw can set you back an hour, just like that. That probably is going to take me an hour to get that one goofy little screw in there because of that, but I'm gonna work at it, and we might be in on that Jeep. I'd like to get this thing going, and I don't really want to leave it half apart to go in there and start playing with that Jeep. So we'll be back, and this will hopefully be running, and then we'll go in and get on the Jeep. So thanks for stopping by. It's still too muddy to get down there in the another day like today, it would probably be dry enough to start splitting wood or cutting wood. But now they're calling for rain from after dark till tomorrow morning again. So anyhow, over and out for now. This is kind of a, to me, boring. But anyhow, that's what I do. It's just a lot of time consuming nonsense. So thank you for stopping by, and we'll see you later.